So number two, profitable pricing model. Why do this if you're not making any money? A lot of people brag about the top line. It's the bottom line that matters. I was in these seats before I sold the business. No offense to people who are at the top making a lot of money. That's awesome. But I bumped into people that recently, $24 million, and they lost $2 million. A couple years ago, $26 million business, and they only made $250,000. It's not about the top line. It's about the bottom line. So at Carefree, we have our revenue when I own the business. Our materials are roughly 22%, right? You have your contract or your yearly revenue, 22% material, 13% labor, 10% commission, giving us a gross profit margin. I think Bob Quillen is going to be talking about this in his breakout. So as an overview, for me, I wanted a 55% gross profit margin. As my opinion, you have to have at least 50. And there's a way to take your material and labor and do a couple quick calculations to get the selling price that will give you that. You have a lot more control over that than some of the other stuff. Okay, then I take my gross profit margin. My goal was 12% for marketing. We ended up at about 15. So 15% marketing, 15% operations, the fixed costs, 5% for management. That's how I got my 20%. My opinion is you got to have at least a 10% profit margin after you pay yourself for what you would hire somebody else to do, because it should be in the budget. Then when you get out of that position, right, people say, I can't afford to hire anybody else. If you pay yourself what you would pay somebody else, it's already in the budget. Then when you step back, you give that money to that person, right? It's all about profitable pricing model.